I've spent the past 7 months or so working on this game, and I feel like I'm nearing the finish line. It is a good feeling, since as much as I love working on it, I'll be very glad to have something that I can present and say, hey, I made this, it's done, it's a product. So I guess the point of this video is to discuss what I think is left to do at the present moment in time. As it has done countless times before, I'm sure my final product will differ somewhat from my working specification and everything that I'm going to detail in this video, but I'm feeling confident that it won't change too much now. I'm quite happy with the way that it is. So what is actually left to do? I've completed what I believe to be the core gameplay loop, so I think pretty much everything with regard to the actual gameplay is going to stay pretty consistent from now until release. I feel that at most I'll make some balance tweaks, and I'll still have to draw some UI elements which at the moment are looking fairly dodgy. The big task is actually just going to be drawing a bunch of the unlockable items. The things like player skins, enemy skins, maps and tile sets. I think that this is most likely what's going to take up the bulk of the remaining time, since I need to create enough to give the player something to work towards, kind of extrinsic rewards. I don't know how many skins I'll add, though I'll probably add at least 2 for the player and at least 1 for each enemy type. If I need to, I can always update the game with more content later on, as long as there is a solid baseline so that the game feels sufficiently complete, and the player can feel as though there's something that they want to play the game to actually get to. I've currently got an icy environment which I'm pretty happy with, as well as the standard grassy one, and I'm just about to experiment with some slippery ice tiles, though I don't know if I'll keep them. I'm also planning a nice lava-filled environment, which would be sort of volcano-themed, which I think will look nice, and it'll be a welcome contrast to the aforementioned icy environment. I've also got a vague idea for a kind of bizarro environment, which I'm imagining would have some bright checkerboard textures, vibrant colours, etc. Stuff like that, like Salvador Dali. I'm aware that it's a bit silly, but it's not necessarily law-breaking. The Kyzt are able to 1. Mess with your perception of your environment, and 2. Build complex structures. It all makes sense, don't worry. On the topic of complex structures, it was recently suggested to me that I could make a kind of technological spaceship design of environment. I'm thinking that it would take place inside a human ship that the Kyzt have invaded and are trying to take down from the inside. Now that's still a lot of work that I've just listed off, and it doesn't even include the skins that I still have to create, though I imagine that those would be simpler on account of not being an entire screen's worth of data at a time. Let's say that I go at the rate of about 1 environment per week, which is, well, optimistic, plus doing all the skins in 1 week, bit optimistic also, and then giving myself 2 final weeks for any final changes, and accounting for the fact that I can't estimate timelines to save my life and Steam's final review process. Hopefully the game should actually be ready for release by the end of January, as I said a little while ago. So I'm going to take this opportunity to say that despite the fact that I'm talking about 6 weeks from now, that is a frighteningly close release date. I've been working on Kyzt for around 7 months, and I'm pretty much ready for it to be done now, but I can't overstate how strange it is to actually imagine it being finished. So anyway, here we are. I guess that's my schedule and that's my plan. If I can finish the lava-style map by next Sunday, I'll be right on schedule. Realistically, who knows if I'll be able to do that, but I guess that's what my goal is, and what my goal has become during the writing and recording of this video. Anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more of the video equivalent of someone laying awake at night thinking to themselves in their head what they're going to do tomorrow and how they're going to do it. Goodbye.